Challenger or Baby Jessica? I can't remember what was first.
Mine was the death of Elvis. That was like a huge thing. They interrupted the Bozo Show. Because I was watching the Bozo Show.
I love the Bozo Show.
On what? The
Where they'd found Elvis dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember that. I remember, like, I had to be, like, 4. I was sitting in front of the TV, and I was just really pissed that my grandparents were upset and stuff, but I was pissed about the Bozo Show. I was like, this couldn't be more important than Bozo.
Let's see. The Challenger.
Yeah, we actually watched the Challenger launch.
Oh, yeah, we were
live.
sitting in class.
Yeah, and then I think I was in kindergarten or first grade.
Yeah, and that's how we all got traumatized.
Yep.
So, because we watched those, because they'd been hyping this up, you know.
Yeah,
and it was like,
they had all.
Oh yeah, the first teacher in space and all of a sudden.
and then we watched them explode, and
they didn't even let us go home for the day.
Disaster was in 86.
So I was in first grade.
So 86, I would have been.
And Baby Jessica was in 87, so it was Challenger.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a big deal. All the school kids were watching. They'd been hyping it up for a long time, and then that took a dark turn. Yeah.
And now something happens at school that kids don't even see, and they give them their safe space.
Yeah.
Or they...
We're bringing in school trauma counselors. Motherfucker, it didn't...
We watched people explode live on TV.
Yeah, it didn't traumatize you. You weren't even there.
Like, well, when I was 12, it was Christmas break. My best friend died. He got shot in the head, and... like, we shared a locker. We had all our classes together. We sat right beside each other. Like, they didn't even send me to the counselor. You know, it was just like, okay.
Oh my God, in our school we had a big, the billboards that they could change out. They had the glass thing that lifted up. We had one dedicated for kids who had died. I mean, that's how many students. I mean, this was in high school, not elementary, but still, I mean, that's how many students...
Yeah, I mean,
passed away that we had a whole
that's like
big
fucking
billboard.
Cabot right there.
Yeah, we had several kids die. One girl got cut in half with a shotgun.
Oh my God!
Yeah, or shot in the chest. One of the two. One of my really good friends committed suicide one day for no fucking reason. One girl died in a car wreck because she was absolutely shit faced and driving. I mean, just the list goes on.
We had a whole
and the best that we ever got was half a day off to go to their funerals. So
first death I remember was, I didn't know him personally, but it was one of my classmates. I think this was like third grade. Her little brother, who was I think 4 or 5, the big drainage ditches, he had fallen in and died. That was the first time I remember someone dying.
Yeah, and when we were in high school, Ross was friends with a couple of brothers, and they killed themselves like just months apart.
With the same gun.
Damn.
After the first kid, I think maybe I would have put the gun away. Like, is that wrong? Like, maybe we shouldn't have it so accessible when we've already had one kid blow himself away with it. I mean, I get that he would have done it if he was that determined. He would have, but it seemed like that was an easy. Ugh.
So
what was your first story? Elvis too, or something else?
Probably Elvis. Because I remember when they announced it, we were at home and it was like storming. But yeah, probably Elvis. And then after that, probably the Challenger thing.
So here I have 40 of the worst newspaper headlines.
Okay.
Number 1, homicide victims rarely talk to police.
That's true. They rarely.
Wow.
It's a lot of work when you're.
Somebody signed off on that headline.
If you could do that, you could corner the market on
You
that.
fucking
What
right.
was that? What was that show?
Medium.
No.
Large.
Like burying daisies or
Pushing up daisies.
pushing up daisies. He could talk to people after they had died.
Well, so was that one with Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know what it was.
these
Hers-
would be like dead on the table, and he was talking to him like, "What happened?"
Oh well.
Yeah.
Jennifer Love. Yeah, there was the one with Jennifer Love Hewitt, and then there was, like you said, Medium. I liked Medium.
What was
I
that?
like the
6
one with
feet under.
Patricia
That was
Arquette.
Medium.
Yeah.
Medium. Okay.
Wasn't there one like 6 feet under? Wasn't there something?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I never watched that, so I don't know.
I didn't
about
either.
it.
Right.
You know what pissed me off about Jennifer Love Hewitt? When that bitch got on Criminal Minds and fucked everything up.
Was she a main character?
She
Yeah.
became a main character.
For like a
Oh, I
season.
must have stopped
For
watching.
like a season
It
and
was
a half.
like they replaced Paget Brewster, the one with the dark hair, replaced her with her for a little while, and it just enraged me. It was not a good fit. She just, I don't like her. I don't really like her anyway. I don't really have any reason to
Why
dislike her.
do you know?
It's her face. It's like Steve Harvey.
We were watching.
What's wrong with her face?
Yeah.
She's
She's-
gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
We
there's
were
just
watching.
something
I
about
know
her.
what you did last summer, the first and second one, and oh my god, all the boob shots. Just like, and there's one part where she gets out of the shower, she has a towel wrapped, and it's like
They act like
really
that's a fucking
low
bad
cut,
thing.
and
What
there's
the
like
hell,
the little
man?
knot, and it's like I'm like. That's not how towels look when you put them on out of the shower. What kind of towel is that?
Well, and like, I think it's just her. She just looks like a know-it-all bitch. I mean, she is pretty. Don't get me wrong, but she just enrages me. I don't know. I don't know why.
Okay. Number 2. We hate math, says 4 in 10, a majority of Americans.
I could have written that. I don't math well.
Wow.
Number 3. Breathing oxygen linked to staying alive.
Or does it kill you? It just takes a long time.
Yeah, it's just slow.
It takes
slow
like 80
poisoning.
years to
Yeah.
kill you.
Well, the thing is, you have to have it to live, but it also kills you. Oxidative stress is ultimate, aside from like cancer and all that shit. Oxidative stress is what ages your body. So that's just ridiculous. Number 4. Statistics show that teen pregnancy drops off significantly after age 25.
Oh my god.
I would think.
I would think it probably drops off after age 19.
Yeah.
I am no statistician.
Some people are pregnant a long time.
and I'm certainly not a mathematician.
Elephants, they're gestation
You had
periods.
someone pregnant in your family for like 18 months.
Oh God, I know it. Stupid bitch. Yeah.
She an elephant?
Tell me about it.
No,
Tell me more.
it-
I'm intrigued.
Oh Jesus. So one of my cousins has an affinity for crack whores. Right? And
Boy
so
cousin
yeah.
likes girl crack whores. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I was just trying to find it out.
And he's not very bright. So you can imagine
Most
the
people that are into crack whores aren't.
yeah, so you can imagine the caliber of dumbass that he hangs out with. And he was with this girl who was ugly as a bag of assholes.
As crack whores tend to be.
Yes. And she was pregnant for 18 months, maybe 2 years.
Did a baby ever happen?
Yeah.
Came out 2 years old.
Walked out in a business suit.
Yes, it's like, bitch, you're not just dating an elephant here. So,
Wow. And he didn't.
He just went along with
He
it.
wasn't alarmed.
Boss baby.
he probably didn't catch on. I don't know.
Oh, no, how long babies
like-
take to cook.
He was like,
Damn.
wow, this one really is taking a long time. Oh.
She's been pregnant for like 3 years.
The baby's first Christmas. I bought this ornament 3 years ago.
Number 5, marijuana issue sent to a joint committee.
God.
I have a joint committee.
China may be using sea to hide its submarines.
Whoa, really?
Right.
Dirty trick.
Yeah, I know. Federal agents raid gun shop, find weapons.
No.
But they found ammo too. Fucking God.
Damn.
Diana was still alive hours before she died.
No shit. Who would have
Wow.
thunk?
So I'm not a coroner, I'm not a doctor, but I'm fairly certain that is in fact how that works. 100% of the time.
Can we take a pause on your headlines? Because
Oh,
I have a
sure.
story that goes with that.
I got 32 more.
A man who was declared dead by medics woke up hours later when a morgue worker cut into his leg as they prepared to embalm him.
Oh, I'd be whooping an ass after that leg healed.
Peter Keegan, who suffers from a chronic illness, collapsed at his home in Kenya and was rushed to Cat something hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival.
What kind of medicine are they practicing in Kenya?
The 32-year-old was transferred to the morgue where he suddenly woke up and wailed in pain as workers made an incision in his right leg 3 hours later.
Can you imagine all those
I bet
workers
that worker probably had a heart attack.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine, like...
Mr. Keegan's younger brother told Standard newspaper that a nurse told him the patient had died before he had arrived at the hospital. His uncle told local channel Citizen TV that the hospital staff were said to have casually checked his nephew before declaring him dead.
Casually.
What is that?
Like, no, it's
I don't see his chest moving. I guess
looks dead to me.
Motherfucker from across the room. No, he's all right.
Yeah,
he dead. He dead. Why did they cut into his leg?
They have to insert tubes
to drain the fluids.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was thinking if they're doing an autopsy, that's
Yeah,
not
that's
where
not
you
why.
start.
No, they had to. Yeah, they have to get all the natural fluids out to replace.
I've read on how a body gets embalmed, and I'm like, I don't want that to happen to me.
So I think the moral of that story is don't fall asleep in Kenya.
Yeah, shit.
I'd like to know what I don't think they ever said
I'd
what
like
the
to know what his
chronic
condition
disease
is.
They never said.
Like, does he have, like, narcolepsy?
Yeah, damn. Have a narcoleptic attack.
There's something I can't think what it was where the heartbeat gets really low and like the breathing gets so shallow. I don't know, maybe.
They're basically like, it's almost like a coma.
Mini coma, yeah. So this is number 9.
Yeah, they never said what his condition was.
In the same vein, man kills himself and runs away. Again, not a doctor, but I'm fairly certain that's not how that works.
To be fair,
like the chicken.
We raise chickens, and I mean, them suckers will run all over hell.
That is so disturbing to me.
I know. I saw something, and I don't understand how. Like, the chicken running around for, like, a little bit, I can understand with, like,
Did you see that
impulses.
thing on that thing with the headless chicken for 4 years?
But if you notice...
I'm like, how can a chicken live for years without a brain?
But if you noticed, they showed on that kind of in detail, and I don't think it's kind of like people when they get a spike through their head.
Yeah, when the chicken's head was cut off, it didn't cut off.
Yeah, it didn't cut off.
It still had the
part
brain
of the brain was still there.
Yeah,
Yes.
enough. The part that does all the
Because they had to, like,
stuff,
feed this chicken with a dropper through his
No,
neck.
I read the article.
Okay.
It was enough that, like, it had autonomic function.
But yeah,
like
it's kind of like when people get a spike or something through their head, and it just manages to miss everything vital. You know,
horrifying.
I know. I've seen so many things in people's heads, and it's like, how are they walking around?
Yeah, that story
this
about the
motherfucker's
chicken
walking in the emergency room door. Yeah, I think I got a problem.
I think you do too.
A nuclear explosion would be a disaster.
I believe
It depends on whether you intended it to go off, or
for somebody it's going to be a disaster anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's going to be a disaster no matter what the fuck the intended consequence was. What the hell?
What the hell are you talking about?
The headline is, think of a headline, 56-point bold headline.
Oh my god, they didn't fill in the headline.
Yeah, that's a template. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it's a placeholder. Is
Somebody
what that is.
signed off on these.
Damn.
World Bank.
Oh my god! So I realized at that vending event we did, I watch a lot more TikTok than the average person. All these people were walking around with dogs, and you know how I feel about dogs. I mean, can I pet that dog? And everybody look at me like, oh my god, I want to pet that dog.
You weren't doing it out loud, Goober.
I was too.
Okay.
So this is from 2009. The World Bank says poor people need more money.
I am totally in favor of that.
I mean, I probably wouldn't be considered poor.
But
I still need more money.
Oh yeah. Bugs flying around with wings are flying bugs.
God almighty.
And trees are made of wood.
Water is wet.
Water's wet. Yeah.
What in the fuck? I can't even say this. Look at this headline.
Yeah, okay.
Someone's cat stepped on the keyboard.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And the editor was like, all right.
So,
Oh yeah, if I'm not careful and lock my keyboard, Buffy sends people messages.
one-armed man applauds the kindness of strangers.
Hey, you can do it.
Yeah.
Some people can do it like that.
Do you? Okay, this is the next episode of Brandy Lives in a Weird Body. All right, there's this thing. Every day when I wake up, it's been happening for months now, and it's getting worse. My thumbs become toggle switches. No, fucking really. Like, I'll go like this, and it goes click, 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 but it gets stuck.